So finally today, I can tell you guys that I have played Battlefield Hardline. Now, up till now, it's been very much a secret. We've had to keep it all under wraps because the first time we got to play this game was actually well over a month ago, so well before any of the leaks, any of the gameplay, before anyone knew the title of the game, even before some people knew this game was in existence. So, up till now, it has had to be a secret. Now, I can't go into any details about the game until the 9th of June, of course. That is when the big E3 reveal, or at least the big reveal, was meant to take place for Battlefield Hardline. Of course, since then, we have seen a lot of different leaks here and there, but on the 9th of June, I will have some exclusive gameplay to show you, and of course, I can give you all the details about this game that only people who've had chance to play it will actually know about. So, on the 9th of June, if you want all the extra information surrounding the brand new Battlefield title, make sure you keep your eyes on the channel. Now, what I can tell you so far is I have had a hell of a lot of fun playing this game so far, so definitely stick around to see more gameplay from Battlefield Hardline because you are in for a treat. Now, I did record a vlog style video from my trips to San Francisco, so if you would like to see that, tell me down in the comments below, and hopefully I will try and get that video up for you guys on Sunday. Now, for any of you guys who may be a little jealous of everyone who has had chance to play Battlefield Hardline already, I don't think you're going to have to wait too long to get your hands on it yourself. Now, as I told you guys recently, we did see a tweet from Visceral Games saying that the beta version of Hardline would be at E3 this year. Now, I said I was pretty surprised at how early on we were seeing a beta version of the game. Of course, as I said before, if you think back to Battlefield 4, we actually saw a pre-alpha build, specially built just for E3 this time last year. So, seeing a beta version of Hardline means this game is definitely much further down the line at this time than we saw with Battlefield 4. Now, we've also heard that attendees at E3 this year who play Hardline on the show floor will also get themselves a beta for the PlayStation 4. But if you're not going to E3, don't despair. We're also seeing a lot of images starting to circulate showing the Battlefield Hardline beta appearing in people's Origin game list. Now, of course, this doesn't mean the beta is available to play just yet, but it means we could be seeing that beta much earlier than we originally expected. Now, of course, with Battlefield 4, we saw a early November, late October release, which meant we saw the beta around early October. Now, I don't think having a beta that late on, so close to the release, is actually that useful. Of course, any major issues we find in the game aren't always going to have time to be implemented into a patch before the game is released. So, the earlier we get ourselves a beta for Hardline means any issues that are found can be easily fixed and have a lot of time to be resolved before the game is released. Now, I went and checked my Origin account, and I haven't seen any kind of Hardline beta appear for me just yet, but I want to hold a bit of a census with you guys. If you are on PC, while you're watching this video, quickly go onto your Origin, go onto your games list and see if you have the beta available, and then come back and tell me in the comments below. I want to try and get a feeling for how many people this beta may have or may not have appeared for yet. But if not, don't worry, as I said, come Monday you will get your Battlefield Hardline fill on my channel. I will be giving you all of the information about every single bit of the game we played. We got to play this game for hours and hours, so I have a lot of information all written down, lots of notes, and I can tell you guys a hell of a lot about this game. Now, in other news, going back to Battlefield 4, we have some more exciting information. Yesterday, a brand new patch was rolled out, probably the biggest game-changing patch we have seen for Battlefield 4 so far. They've now brought across some of the changes from the CTE, the test environment version of Battlefield 4, and incorporated them into the true full version of the game. So we are now seeing a lot of big changes taking place. The biggest of which is something we've wanted to see fixed for a very long time now, probably since the game first came out, which is of course to do with the networking. So hopefully this patch will fix some of the issues with the lag, getting shot round corners, all the things we basically call the netcode. Now, this gameplay here is from one of my first public matches since the patch. Now, not all of the servers have the new network speed into them yet, so this is actually one of the servers that did have the faster network speed, and I must admit, it could have been a bit of a placebo effect, but it did feel like the game was working much better. On a game of close quarters domination, I used to find myself being shot round corners a lot. I'd feel like I got behind cover and I'd still be receiving damage. Now, as you can see from this gameplay, that didn't really feel like it was happening. And when I was shooting at enemy targets, I really did feel like I was getting the hit markers when I should have been receiving them. Now, of course, as I said, this could all be a placebo effect. Maybe I was just having a good game, maybe I was just getting good luck. So it will definitely take more than 1 or 2 games to really make sure this patch has taken true effect. DICE actually put a video out showing the true changes from this patch. They had two PCs next to each other and they were showing how long it took to register in-game movement, so players moving, players taking enemy fire, and we saw between one PC, one player jumping in the air, and the other player on the other screen registering that movement. Before the patch, there was about 14 frames between those different parts. But now, since the patch, that has been actually moved down to 8 frames, so that's a 60% increase in network speed. As well as that, we also saw the same for enemies taking fire. We saw one computer firing at a player, and we saw about 14 to 15 frames between one player pulling the trigger and the other player taking the damage. And again, since the patch, that's been narrowed down to about 7 or 8 frames, so another 60% increase in the network speed. So that all means that hopefully you won't get shot around the corners as much, you won't trade with the enemy as much, and sometimes you won't be firing an enemy player and just not get the hit markers because he's basically just no longer stood where you're firing your weapon. So hopefully we should see a great improvement to the game, but only time will tell. But anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If so, don't forget to hit like and leave all your thoughts and comments below. And as I said, if you do want to see a vlog style video on Sunday from my trip to San Francisco, tell me in the comments below and keep an eye on the channel. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.